Hello, everybody, and welcome to Homestead Miami Speedway for the Season 2 finale of the NCS Sim Racing Challenge. Long awaited. Who is going to take home the title here tonight? It's the Ford 400 Championship finale, 67 laps around this 1.5 mile speedway. Hello, everybody. I am Tyson Gifford in the booth as always, and it's going to be an exciting race here today. We saw an incredible race to the win on Wednesday for Logan Williams taking home the championship. Now, who will take home the title here today? Will it be Alexander Rowe? Will it be Ian McDaniel? Will it be Sam Francis, Harry Williams, Christopher Marnell, of course? Here's a look at our clinching scenarios for today. McDaniel just needs to finish 12th or better to clinch the title, take it home. Now, that's going to be a little bit tough with his starting position. We'll see that a little bit later on. Alexander Rowe needs to win, and the 26 needs to finish 13th or worse. Rowe would get the tiebreaker and take home the title. Christopher Marnell needs to win the race, which he has not done all season. The 26 to finish 18th or worse, 37 finishes 3rd or worse. Sam Francis needs a win, 26 to finish 26th, 37 to finish 7th, Marnell to finish 3rd. And Harry Williams needs quite a lot. 26 needs to basically finish where he starts, which is 32nd. The 37 to finish 12th, 23 to finish 6th, and the 52 to finish 3rd. And by that, the 87 would tie with the 23 and the 52, and he would take home the title due to his wins on the season. Now that we've got the scenarios out of the way, here's the starting lineup. Row 1, Sean McKean, Spencer Davis, they have seen the front row 3 times together this year. Alexander Rowe, Richard Fridge, make up row 2. Alexander Rowe starting in 3rd for today's race. Logan Williams, Garrett Lamar make up row number 3. Christopher Marnell in row 4 alongside Axel Rocha. Sam Francis, another championship contender, in row 5 with Nick Roten. Row number 6 sees Henry Guo and Aaron Hunter in the lineup. Row 7, Boston Jones and Michael Guthrie, who is not in contention for the championship, but has had a great end of the year. Jimothy Sharp, David Kreutz in row 8, Greg Rowland, Jonah Burridge in row number 9 as cars are rolling off here. Umar Al-Kheem, Harry Williams starting 20th here in one of our championship contenders. Row 11 sees Nathan Stapleton and Nelson Reeves. Row 12, Jerry Chen in the 51 and Jacob Dabo. Row 13, Joshua Harrison and Eris Yuko, 2 early championship contenders that did not make it above the cut line. Christian Vargas, the Daytona 500 winner, and Colin Scarborough. Hayden Phillips and Arwen Basic make up row 15. Row 16 sees Keith Hughes and Rue Sharp. Row number 17 sees Mitchell Collins and Abby Lane. Row 18, Ian McDaniel, what a surprise, had a horrible qualifying, did not do well. He starts alongside Barney Thresher. Tom Gill and Rory Sharp make up row 19. Then rounding out the field in row 20, James Sharp and Josh Moore. We're going to see approximately 2 pit stops here today. It'll be for both tires and fuel. It takes about 5 to 10 laps for tires to really set into the track, and then that's where we'll see drivers slipping and sliding around. 67 laps around this 1.5 mile track. Fuel window is 35 laps. So you'll only need to pit for fuel once, but if there's a caution that comes out, we'll see drivers coming down. Off and away they go. Green flag is in the air. Sean McKean, Spencer Davis lead him into turn number 1 for the Ford 400. Look who's on the bottom lane. That's Alexander Rowe, who is alongside his teammate Sean McKean, as we are on lap number 2 of 67 at Homestead. You have the top 20 drivers all on your screen right there. So down to the back straightaway, giving a good push into the corner went Spencer Davis, giving it to the 27 of Sean McKean, but here comes Rowe with the bottom lane. Good run off the corner for the 37. He's going to have the lead at the line, but not for long as the 27 has the preferred lane going into turns 1 and 2. You want to be really up near the wall in turns 1 and 2 to get to run off the corner, but then in turns 3 and 4 you'll run more towards middle to top. So the line basically depends. If you're side by side here, you're going to see this bottom lane really get a run through the track, basically right on the bottom. Here's the 52 of Sam Francis. You aren't going to see many people on the way bottom. You're able to hold it there, but most drivers are going to stick up towards the top, as Marnell is right behind him in the 23 Gorillas scheme, a special scheme for Christopher Marnell, running it in the last race of the year. Sam Francis hopes to take home the title here, won last week at Myrtle Beach. Can he win it this through? Can he take home the win, and can he take home the title? With McDaniel starting way in the back, he's currently 32nd. He's already dropped down to 3rd in the points right now. 3rd in the points, as he's currently 32nd on track. That's not good for Ian McDaniel. As in the wall is Hayden Phillips right in front of him, so he's going to gain another position. Not looking good for that 26 car. Down the back straightaway they go. Here's the 30 of Garrett Lamar. He's way up on the high lane, and into the wall he goes. Not a good look for the 30 of Garrett Lamar, who scrapes the wall there on lap 7 of 67 here. Really into the wall with the 30, so one of the first few drivers to really tap that outside wall. And we saw that a little bit in the Truck Series race. He's now down to 14th almost. No, 7th right now. But as into the wall again he goes. We're on board with Marnell. Again into the wall went Garrett Lamar. And he's going to slide down quite a few positions here. Not looking good for the 30 driver. Down the back straightaway they go. Rowe and McKean still side by side for this lead here. Very competitive racing. Now Rowe gets the advantage out of the corner. Going down to that front straightaway. Takes the lead here as Lamar slips down to 14th after that last lap. Rowe to the front here at Homestead, and he has finally cleared the 27 of Sean McKean. So now McKean is under fire from the 20 of Richard Fridge. Here's the 87 of Harry Williams, currently 19th. He's 5th in the point standings. As we mentioned, he needs quite a lot to make his way up through. He's fallen all the way down to 19th already from his start. Well, his starting position was 20th. He's made his way up to 19th. He was 14th earlier. But, Harry Williams not looking the best at the moment. He's just trying to get out there and have the best race he possibly can. Had a good race at Kansas, though fell out towards the end of the race. It's entirely possible this 87 car could find his way up through the track, through the race, as it progresses. But we are not sure. Cars go flying by. Great little angle coming out of turn number 2. As it's still Rowe, McKean, Fridge, Davis, and Francis. Here's Richard Fridge trying to go on second place here, going around the 27. Going to look towards the bottom, not going to do it. On board with Sam Francis. He's currently in 4th place, 4th in points. Into the wall a little bit he goes. Nice little in-car camera, the Garf cord camera on board with Sam Francis. Really having to lift going into turns 3 and 4 there. Into the wall goes the 27 of Sean McKean. That's not good. He's going to fall down quite a few positions. 27 went hard into the wall and lost quite a bit of time. He's falling down now to 6th as he's battling with Christopher Bardell for that position. So now Rowe and Francis are battling for 1-2 right now. Roten in the 0. Into the wall he goes. Not too good. We were about to mention Nick Roten having quite the good run here. He had a great run at Las Vegas last season for the Season 1 championship. Actually won the race. That was won by Nick Roten for his 2nd win of the season last year. No wins on the year this year for Nick Roten. But it's possible that the 0 could win this race. You never know. Really sending it into the corner when Sean McKean again hits the wall. We're down lap 15 of 67. Out of turns 2 go the leaders, as it's a 37, 52, and 3. Here is the 87. He's currently in 18th place right now. Slowly working his way as we have, that's Nathan Stapleton that goes into the wall. He's making his way around Jonah Burridge in the 97. Here is your current points update. Rowe, Marnell, Francis, McDaniel, and Williams. So McDaniel has fell back to 4th in the point standings. That's how tight the point standings were, and with him sitting in 32nd. It's not exactly looking the best for the 26th. But Alexander Rowe, currently the points leader with 733 points. Marnell with 718 points. Sam Francis with 715 points. McDaniel 713. Harry Williams with 690. So 2nd through 4th. Those 3 drivers right there really, really tight. And if Alexander Rowe has a bad pit stop at any certain point in the race, this is going to make things very much interesting because he's got only a 15-point buffer between him and Marnell, which, in the grand scheme of things, drops down to 11th. That's when things would, if he drops down to 11th, that's when things would get tricky. We're on lap 18 of 67 here at Homestead Miami Speedway. The 52 trying to work his way around the 37. Not able to do it quite yet. Francis just holding content behind the 37 for now. I mean, there's no move to be made at the current moment with him. Into turns 1 and 2 go the 37 and 52. Out of turn 2 and onto the back straightaway they go. These two really, really close together, but still no moves made by Sam Francis yet. Trying to build up a run. Looking to the bottom side through turns 3 and 4. Loses a little bit of ground, and the 37 is able to pull away from the 52 down the front straightaway. Marnell's made his way into 4th place. Aris Yuko, Nick Roten, Sean McKean, those guys battling 3 wide back there for 5th place, along with Logan Williams being thrown in the mix. So this race really quite intriguing thus far. 20 laps in, no cautions yet. We're probably going to see pit stops around lap 28 or 29, depending on how things play out. Here comes Richard Fridge on the top lane. The rookie, Mr. Fridge in the 20 car, has been doing quite solid in that ride. Not a championship contender this year, but he was looking really, really good early on in the season. Led the points for one stretch or another. But here's Sean McKean down the back straightaway. Turns into 3 and 4. Caution comes out. We have a yellow around. It's the 3 of Josh Moore, who's into the wall. Caution comes out for the first time today, and front end damage for the 3 of Josh Moore. We're going to take a look and see what happened as well. Lap 22 of 67. Oh, bounced into the wall coming off the corner, and then just got loose. Man. Right into the wall there. Very intriguing. Something must have broke on that 3 car, and that's what sent him around and into the wall. Doesn't seem to be too heavy. I believe the 3 is going to be able to continue. So we're going to see drivers come down pit road this time. I believe it could be everybody coming down pit road. Going to be 4 tires and fuel for everybody by the looks of it. 37. Off and away they go. The 37 first off of pit road. The 23 beats Sam Francis off of pit road. So Christopher Marnell gets the 3rd place position as everybody else sorts their way out and off of pit road. We will be restarting on lap 26 of 67 here with Alexander Rowe out in front. He's currently your championship leader, as it's Alexander Rowe with 733 points at the moment. Christopher Marnell slowly making his way up too. He's got 720 points at the moment. Ian McDaniel gets around Sam Francis, who falls down to 4th on the track. Ian McDaniel has 715 points. Francis has 711 points, and Harry Williams has 691 points. Rowe is currently your leader. Marnell is in 3rd. Sam Francis 4th. Harry Williams 17th. And Ian McDaniel made his way up to 30th on the track. As I mentioned earlier, the restart is going to be on lap 26 of 67. Alexander Rowe and Richard Fridge, those are going to be the drivers 1, 2. We've seen the driver in 3rd place always get the best start of the entire field. That's going to be Marnell sitting in 3rd place. Sam Francis 4th. Nick Roten 5th. Logan Williams 6th. Axel Rocha 7th. Michael Guthrie 8th. And then Sean McKean, Arisuko 9th and 10th. Coming out of turn number 4. Into the restart zone they go. Off and away they are. Green flag is back out. We are back underway at Homestead, Miami. The 23 gets a good jump, a great jump even. He's going to be underneath the 37 of Alexander Rowe. Down the back straightaway they are. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Marnell into the lead with a good push from Nick Roten, but the 37 is going to have a great run. The 30 to 23. Marnell gets way loose coming out of the corner. He had arrow help. He had a big wiggle in the middle of the corner as he got the air taken out underneath him by Nick Roten, who made it 4 wide underneath him with Axel Rocha. Now they're battling 3 wide behind them, on board with the 17, who is 4 wide himself. They're now 3 wide. Down the back straightaway, into turns 3 and 4. Marnell sitting in 2nd. Roten battling with 4th place now. Axel Rocha, look at him. Where did he come from? He's made his way into 2nd place. They're into 3rd place. This is madness through the field. 4 wide back here. We're looking at 12th, 13th, 14th. This is Nelson Reeves, Michael Guthrie, Jimothy Sharp, Harry Williams backs out of it. The 00 as well. Wow. Big pack here, right here, guys. Just absolutely insane racing at the moment. As McDaniel is currently in 32nd once again, third in points now at the moment, 713 points. Nothing has changed since then, pretty much. He's got some sort of power issue. It seems that, into the wall he goes. It seems like all of the Bones Motorsports guys have a power issue. There's Mitchell Collins. He's currently sitting back there with Ian McDaniel and them, as well as the 2. The 22 is in 38th. The 2 is in 35th. So all of the Bones Motorsports guys are really having a tough time at this track with the power issue. That's not what you want to have. I think the 2 really only made those positions because he's getting good draft. Here's Christopher Marnell, making it 3 wide for third place here, with Axel Rocha coming in on the bottom. 3 wide for second, actually. Out of turn number 4. Francis holds strong in that second place position. Marnell battling with his teammate. 2 of his teammates. Now the 20 was above, and now here comes the 33 of Michael Guthrie, who was last in 15th when we last checked on him. He has made his way into 5th place. A nice flyby of the field there. Across the start-finish line goes to 37 of Alexander Rowe. Guthrie, 3 of the 4 CRT cars are sitting 3, 4, 5. That's Fridge, Guthrie, and Marnell. The other CRT car is Garrett Lamar in 18th place, who is not having the best of days thus far. Started up front, but now he has fallen his way back. Here on lap 33 of 67. Halfway point coming up here in the race. Rowe has led since lap 7 and has not relinquished the lead yet on the title hunt. Redemption for the 37. Wrecked out on lap 2 at Las Vegas last year. He is not trying to repeat that scenario here today. That's what lost him the title. He had a really fast car, was sent to the back, had to start 20th, and then an early wreck where he careened into the wall with a very tough incident. Ended his title hopes for season 1. 3 wide with 3 CRT drivers there on lap 35 of 67. Marnell for third place, trying to use that bottom lane. He mentioned to us earlier, the bottom lane is where you're going to see him in the 23, really utilizing it. He says he likes to play it safe. Not exactly the best thing to do, but on the title hunt, he's been playing it safe and it's been working out well for him. So you never know. Marnell could try to sneak his way back into this title hunt. Of course, he's not sneaking into the title hunt because he's already there. But try to sneak his way back up to the front of the field. The driver that's trying to regain footing is the guy who started on the pole, Sean McKean. Might be out of a ride next year. Sean McKean, one of the premier drivers of Season 1 with a title contender, has been very invisible here in Season number 2. And Season number 3, we might not even see him at all. Tale of Two Cities. Really a tale of two cities for DAF and CRT as well. On board with Alexander Rowe, currently first on the track, first in the point standing, 733 points to his name. No surprise there. He's doing the most. He's doing the most that he can do. Because the driver that he's worried about is Ian McDaniel. How many points, how many positions McDaniel can make up. Rowe just needs to go out there and win, do his job, and hope and pray that Ian McDaniel doesn't miraculously find speed in the second half of this race. The driver second on track is fourth in points, Sam Francis, 715 points to his name right now. He is trying to get the win. A very, very much a dark horse here in the title. You never know. Francis could spoil the victory here for Alexander Rowe. Christopher Marnell is third in points right now, fifth on track, 716 points to his name. I mean, we talked with Marnell during the truck race. He was on top of the truck board, or he was on top of the pit box. He said, smooth, consistent race is how you get it done here at Homestead, one of his favorite tracks on the schedule. He is having a fun night here in Miami. Harry Williams is fifth in points, currently 15th on track. If he was up front, he could potentially make things difficult for the other drivers to try to make the points battle just a little bit tighter, but the 87 really not able to do much, hasn't found that much speed here at Homestead. But the 0 of Nick Roten just bouncing off the wall there. 87, nothing that he is able to do right now. And the 26, currently 28, second in the points. He has gained his way up a few spots, but he's struggling, guys. Very much struggling. 15-point buffer between him and Alexander Rowe. Not looking good for the 26 camp. Into the wall goes Logan Williams, and that's not good for the 17 driver right there. And something that I'd like to mention, I mean, Logan Williams won the truck title with McKean Motorsports, the DAF-affiliated truck team. It's been a tale of two cities between CRT and DAF. Last season, we saw really only one driver each race from CRT have the good season or have the good race. And then DAF, it was Rowe and Guo who had both very consistent, very good races. This season, of course, the rivalry, the Chevrolet rivalry is still continuing, where CRT always has consistent races, always has drivers that are up on the top. We see the 23 and the 30 and maybe even the 33 do good at road courses. On the speedways, you see everybody doing their part. Whereas DAF, you really only see one team, one driver per race excel. You don't typically see more than one DAF car doing really, really well, which has been the difference. But the fact of the matter is, with 3 wins to Rowe's name, and that has been really key to the championship run of the 37 and the team's championship run for DAF Racing. Very, very tight battles within the team's championship right now. This race is going to come down to the wire for at least the team's championship. The driver's championship could come down to the wire. Really depends on how McDaniel makes his way through, how Rowe finishes the race. As the team's championship, though, it's going to be very, very interesting between CRT and DAF, the two Chevrolet powerhouses. CRT won it last season. Could they get a second one in a row, or will DAF steal it from under their noses? We had another contender for the team's championship, that was Gatorade Slurping Lads. They have actually gone into administration. They will not be returning next season in the NCS Sim Racing Challenge, and very unfortunate to not see them back in the NCS Sim Racing Challenge, but that will happen, unfortunately. As here's Joshua Harrison, the driver that was doing the best, the man who's been really carrying the team, even though he only has 1 win on the year, all 3 of their drivers getting wins. In very interesting circumstances, Joshua Harrison really had a breakout year. If we could give an award for breakout driver of the year, it would have to be Joshua Harrison. Very quiet in season number 1. Season number 2 comes out guns a-blazing and finishes top 10, top 15 week in and week out. And would be a championship contender if not for a rough stretch of 4 races where he wrecked out at Barber, especially. That was the really critical one where he wrecked out, as well as a rough race at Talladega, which he had won at before. So Joshua Harrison, easily a contender for breakout driver of the year this season in the NCS SimRacing Challenge, I would have to say. As into the wall goes David Kreutz in the 85. He was in 17th place. That gives up the position to Henry Guo as he falls down now to 20th. That's not good for the 85 car. As we're looking at 3rd place, here comes Christopher Marnell, Axel Rocha. We have 3 wide behind them. This is a very intriguing battle for 3rd here, as 1st and 2nd place yet again have pulled away from the field. It's very intriguing to see these guys out and battling for 3rd place, really just letting the front guys get away here. As they're 2x2 now for 3rd and 5th between all of them. As Fridge on the top lane trying to defend from his teammate and Axel Rocha. Oh, Axel Rocha goes into the wall, was trying to make it 3 wide on the high side. We're on that 51 of 67 now. This is a very interesting battle. We're really getting into it now with these 3rd place guys. And not only is this important for the Drivers' Championship, it's also important for the owners' points, as that determines the Daytona 500, the drivers who are locked into the race versus the drivers who will have to race their way in. I think we're going to be seeing drivers coming down the pit road. Oh, that's the 20 going slow. Richard Fridge going slow. Peels onto pit road along with Aaron Hunter, the 12, and Nelson Reeves, the 86. And caution comes out as they're coming down pit road. We have a driver around. That's the 59 of Barney Thresher. Barney Thresher spins coming onto pit road, and the yellow is out on that 52 of 67. We have lots of drivers down pit road. The 86, the 00, the 2, the 26, and the 22. So we're going to take a look at the replay to see what happened. Looks like he just lost it coming onto pit road and tried to get around and get it going, and then lost it again. And that'll bring out the yellow. You'll have that to bring out the yellow. Goes to the grass. Thankfully keeps it clean, but Barney Thresher spins it coming onto pit road. As this makes things interesting. The 20, the 34, the 12, the 86, the 00, 2, the 26, and the 22 were all on pit road. They're going to get trapped a lap down, I believe. As the field had cycled around, the pit road was closed, so the field cycled around and lapped everybody. As everybody else will be coming down pit road. So we were just about to see some green flag pit stops. No longer looks like we are going to see drivers come down pit road and get serviced this time by. Like it is 2 tires. 2 tires is the move. 2 tires and fuel for everybody. Off and away goes the 37, the 52, the 54 of Aris Yuko comes off 3rd. 33, 17, the 23 loses a few spots. So very interesting to see these drivers come off pit road in this order. As drivers, yep, they're going to cycle around this front group of drivers. So that will put that is going to put a few contenders for the top position a lap down as they will be cycled around. Very much championship implications. We're going to be restarting on lap 57 of 67 with 11 laps to go. Alexander Rowe, your current leader, is leading on track and leading in points. The 52 of Sam Francis came off pit road second. He is second in the championship. Marnell is sixth on track. The 23 car is third in the points. McDaniel is currently 39th on track. He really got screwed over by that untimely yellow. He is now 39th and 4th in the point standings. Harry Williams in the 87 is 5th in the points and 16th on track. Two championship contenders, Alexander Rowe, Sam Francis, make up the front row here. Eris Yuko, Michael Guthrie make up row 2. Logan Williams, Christopher Marnell, row 3. Axel Rocha, Arwen Basic make up row 4. And row 5 is going to be Sean McKean and Garrett Lamar. Creeping towards the restart zone they go. Green flag, off and away they are. We're back underway here at not Auto Club. This is Homestead, Miami. Getting a great jump on the field goes the 37 of Alexander Rowe. Down the back straightaway they go. Heading towards turns 3 and 4 goes the 37, who is way out in front. Oh, not for long, actually. Here comes the 54 of Eris Yuko. We've seen the driver in third always get the best start. The 54 is right underneath the 52. Trying to make things happen with 10 laps to go here at Homestead in the Ford 400. Things really heating up out on the track. Down the back straightaway they go. On board with Sam Francis on the Garth cord on in-car camera. Francis has fallen down to 4th in the points now, as McDaniel is crawling his way back up. As is Marnell. So Francis gets cycled down to 4th in the points with 415 points. McDaniel actually is tied with Francis with 415, but McDaniel has the wins tiebreaker with 2. Here is Christopher Marnell. He is 7th. Into the wall he goes, though. Slams into the wall. He was gaining positions. Now the 86 or the 84 really has to crank the wheel to avoid Marnell, who's going to fall down some positions. And now he's going to crawl back on the top lane. Look at the run that Marnell gets on the high lane, gaining positions back. And now he's gaining back on Axel Rocha. What a comeback there by Christopher Marnell, really avoiding danger. Here's the 52, or the 54 and the 33 battling it out with the 17 of Logan Williams, giving a good push to the 54. 7 laps to go here at Homestead. Time ticking down for these guys to try to make a move. McDaniel, where did he come from? He has found speed. They've made an adjustment to the car that has really given them life. But I think it's too late for this 26 car, as he was a lap down, still is a lap down, but look at that. Crawling through the field he goes. Trying to unlap himself. He's currently in 31st. And unless he's going to have to unlap himself and a caution to come out for him to have a shot at winning this title. The 87, 13th on track right now. He's been the highest that he has been all day. The scorebug sees him 15th right now. The 87, 14th as he's battling with David Kreutz. The 37. Look at him go. There's Ian McDaniel right on the bottom. He's really gotten through this field. I don't know what's gotten into Ian McDaniel. He is a man possessed out on the track. Could it have been 4 tires that he took with everybody else taking 2? I don't know what is into Ian McDaniel, but we're on board with him. And he is really ripping through this field. if he was on the lead lap, this would have been something else to watch right now. This would have been a title, that would have been a title comeback for the ages for Ian McDaniel. Unfortunately, he's running out of time. He's going to have to get around this 37 car and hope and pray for a caution to come out for McDaniel to even be considered a championship contender at this point. Getting around the 37, McDaniel unlaps himself. And I really wish that was for the lead, or at least for some semblance of position, because that was the greatest run through the field I have ever seen. That really held up the 37, though, as the dirty air of Ian McDaniel allowed the 52 to get close. On the rear quarter panel goes Sam Francis going into turns 3 and 4. Getting a little wiggle goes Rowe. Up the track he goes. Here comes Francis on board. Coming to 2 laps to go here at Homestead Miami Speedway. McDaniel just set the fastest lap of anybody on track by half a second. If this was for position, if McDaniel was not a lap down, this would have been the greatest 10 laps that I have ever seen out of a driver. But unfortunately, no dice. Sam Francis trying to reel in the 37. Here comes his teammate Aris Yuko on the high side. 1 lap to go here at Homestead Miami Speedway. It is Alexander Rowe out in front. He only needs to hang on for a little bit longer to earn the title. The redemption season, they called it. Last year, wrecked out on lap 1 of the championship race, had no shot of winning it. But now, Alexander Rowe, coming home to take his 4th win of the year. He wins the race, he wins the title. Alexander Rowe is your Season 2 champion in the NCS SimRacing Challenge. What a race, what a season, what a victory for Alexander Rowe, who had a season to remember. 4 wins. The first one coming at Phoenix, the second one, the third one came at Nashville, and now win number 4 wins the title for Rowe. He's going to burn it down here in Miami. What a season, what a victory for the 37 car of Alexander Rowe. A well-deserved title for Alexander Rowe, burning it down here in Miami and running into the wall to cap it off. Here's the official results for today's race. Alexander Rowe, Aris Yuko, Sam Francis, Logan Williams, Michael Guthrie. That's your top 5. Axel Rocha, Sean McKean, Christopher Mornell finds his way into 8th. Garrett Lamar 9th. David Kreutz 10th. Henry Goal 11th. Arwen Basic 12th. Jerry Chen finishes 13th, a quiet day for the 51. Jimothy Sharp 14th. Harry Williams 15th. Joshua Harrison 16th. Boston Jones 17th. Jonah Burge 18th. Nathan Stapleton finishes 19th. And then Nick Roten finishes 20th. 21st is Greg Rowland. 22nd, Jacob Dabo. 23rd, Rory Sharp. 24th, Keith Hughes. 25th, Christian Vargas. 26th, Ruth Sharp. 27th, Tom Gill. 28th is Abby Lane. 29th is James Sharp. And then 30th is the 3 of Josh Moore. McDaniel, one of the greatest drives I've ever seen, unfortunately winds itself up to the 31st. And then Aaron Hunter, Richard Fridge, Umar Al-Keem, Spencer Davis, Nelson Reeves, Mitchell Collins, Barney Thresher, Hayden Phillips and Colin Scarborough round out the field, one being trapped 1 lap down after an untimely caution on lap 51 due to them pitting. Let's take a look at our final points standings in what capped off an amazing season here in the NCS Sim Racing Challenge, season number 2. Alexander Rowe takes home the title, 18 points to the good of Ian McDaniel, who makes his way to second in the point standings. Sam Francis finishes third. Christopher Ronell finishes fourth. Harry Williams fifth. Joshua Harrison, Michael Guthrie tied for sixth. Harrison gets the official tiebreaker due to his win. Yuko finishes eighth in points. Actually, Yuko is supposed to be seventh. Guthrie should be eighth, as the official tiebreaker gives it to Harrison and Yuko for both having wins on the year. Garrett Lamar ninth. Colin Scarborough 10th. Scarborough with a great end to the season. Fridge, Roten, Jimothy Sharp, Boston Jones, Tom Gill, Aaron Hunter, Christian Vargas, Arwen Basic, Sean McKean, Nelson Reeves. That is your top 20 in points. 21st, Axel Rocha. 22nd, Mitchell Collins. 23rd is Spencer Davis. 24th, Henry Guo. Abby Lane finishing 25th. 26th is Hayden Phillips. 27th, Nathan Stapleton. 28th, David Kreutz. 29th, Barney Thresher. 30th, Rory Sharp. Josh Moore, 31st. James Sharp, 32nd. Greg Rowland, 33rd. Jonah Burge, 34th. Keith Hughes, 35th. Jacob Dalbo, 36th. Rue Sharp, 37th. Seedlin Nosler, Abel Nickerson, Stuart Gratton, all 38th, 39th, and 40th after exiting the season early. Well, that was certainly an amazing second season for the NCS Racing. Congratulations to Alexander Rowe on winning the NCS Sim Racing Challenge title. Congratulations to Logan Williams on his NCS Truck Division title. Huge thank you to our partners, Garfcord, for bringing in our in-car camera for the final few races. Thank you to Backstretch Report for not exactly existing anymore. Thank you to Limeade Media for all the media coverage on the NCS Sim Racing Challenge. And a huge thank you to the drivers and fans for watching throughout the remainder of the season. We're going to see you guys next season. Not sure when that's going to be. It's going to be quite a little while. There's other projects that are currently on my table that are going to postpone a third season. But regardless, a third season will happen in some way, shape, or form. Whenever that may be, we'll see you then for the next season of the NCS Sim Racing Challenge. Thank you guys. Have a good night.